I don't think so. I think they're just doing starting lineup, so we can probably go now. Are you ready? Oh. Welcome inside Raymond Harbor Fieldhouse, everybody, in Seminole, Oklahoma. Jacob Toby alongside my broadcast partner, Dion Amade, as we bring you Eastern Oklahoma State taking on Seminole State. This matchup very important for the standings. Eastern Oklahoma State in the first seed in the Region 2 conference and the second seed going to Seminole, so this has playoff implications for sure.
If you thought Christmas had already gone past, Bravado Wireless has another gift for you. This is a star-studded matchup, and it's going to be a very good one to watch. Lucky for you, you're tuning in right now.
You talked to both coaches before this game. They said point guard play would be very important tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this Eastern Oklahoma State team presses a lot. So point guard play is going to be very important, especially for Seminole State. They're going to have to get that ball up the court, and it's going to be some trouble waiting their way.
In the first game, we saw Seminole State have a 1-point lead at halftime, the girls team over Eastern Oklahoma State. Second half, totally different story, a win by double digits. Your takeaway from the first game?
Yeah, man, it was very impressive to see those girls get after it. I mean, it was tell of two different halves right there. Seminole State kind of living and dying, only staying in the game because of the play of Jamie Clark and her three-point shooting ability. But in the second half, they went into their transition offense. They got some easy buckets. They started hitting their threes. Offensive rebounds were key in that game, and they got it done and came away with the victory.
All right, excited for this matchup. Let's get it started. Starting lineups on the court right now as we take a look. It'll be Colton Kowalski, Chris Weich, Dominic Primer, D'Angelo Atkins, and Tony Kinzer for Seminole State, as it's Eastern Oklahoma State starting off with a three from Lennox is no good. Lennox on the court, starting off at point guard. McKnight. Turnaround jump shot from Woods. No score, just underway. Jacob Toby alongside Dion Amade. Game number 2 here on Bravado Wireless. Thanks for tuning in. Lennox up the court.
See Seminole State starting out in that man-to-man defense. Tightly played. And once again, offensive rebounds early in this game for Eastern Oklahoma State.
That was Bird on the last miss. Eastern Oklahoma State manned by Scott Egger in his 6th season. Seminole State, Don Tooley in his 6th season. Up fake, nicely done, but set away. Nice block underneath by D'Angelo Atkins. Ball goes out of bounds.
And it just seems like both teams are trying to get into the flow of the game right now. A little bit of a sloppy play being displayed early, but I trust them. They'll get into the flow of it.
I think they'd like to know that you trust them. Tevin Mosley had it on the wing. Jaquavius Lennox, long-range three as the shot clock expires. Nothing's changed. Girls game, we saw threes being jacked up from far away. Same thing with the guys. Offensive foul against D'Angelo Atkins. Our referees for today, Scott Davis, Jasper Hooks, and former OSU Cowboy who played under Coach Sutton, Ken Holdeman.
Go Pokes.
As I'm sitting with a former Cowboy, Dion Amade, former safety, played under Mike Gundy. You Cowboys don't go away.
Yeah, we're deep, man. We're deep. Like the Warriors bench.
Turi. We are going to see some athleticism today as Tevin Mosley gets to the line. 6'6", 190, a sophomore from West Memphis, Arkansas. Will head to the line for two. Shoots free throws at 55.6%.
Yeah, there's a lot of size on this court right now. It kind of seems like there's a lot of traffic and bodies down there because of all the size. Hopefully things will space out and offense will be able to operate.
Mosley, the brother of Devin Mosley, both from, of course, West Memphis. Tevin puts in Dose.
And here comes the pressure.
You talked about that earlier in the game. You talked to both coaches. Pressure is going to be key. Primer had to kick it out. Watch number 33, Benjamin Jenkins. Big boy down low, along with Anthony Kinzer.
A lot of fouls being passed out here early. Head coach for this Eastern Oklahoma State ball club mentioned to me it was very important that number 25, Michael Teray, stays out of foul trouble.
Kolowski missing from three. Atkins flying through the air for two. Primer can't get it to go.
And it was a nice attempt at the layup, but just fading away just slightly causes the miss. And right there you see number 12, Isaiah Hobbs, come in with the nice layup.
How about this bench for the Mountaineers? Very active as the timeout is called on the floor. 17:27 left to go in the first half. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Eastern up 4-0 over Seminole. Again, Eastern Oklahoma State coming in 13-3, 3-1 in the Region 2 NJCAA Conference in JUCO play. Atop the region, 4-1. And then Seminole State coming in 3-1, second in the region. So this game is arguably for first place, because if Seminole State wins, their record in the conference goes to 4-1. Eastern State drops to 4-2. So big game.
Yeah, big game, big matchup, and a lot of athletes on the floor. Hasn't really started with a lot of action. It's kind of been clustered up, a lot of fouls and turnovers early.
Kinzer with a rejection down low, and then a foul's called. Might be on Kinzer. And it is. That's his second personal foul. To the line, Elisha Hobbs, 6'3", 170 pounds, sophomore from Marion, Arkansas, as Kareem Bird will check back in. Hobbs coming in, averaging a team best 21.6 points. Foul is on the floor, not shooting. Mosley, pull up Jay. Can't hit the rim. Kolowski back the other way. Ball gets stolen. Lennox, easy two.
And just a nice job, quick hands, and creates the turnover, and they go the other way. Seminole State still not able to get on the board here early in this first period.
Mountaineers have traveled well. Their fan base loud right now in the bench as well. Jenkins, beautiful hook shot from Benjamin Jenkins, the freshman from OKC.
Oh, nice hands by Jenkins as well. Able to go in transition, fast hand, slaps the ball out.
Gideon Gardner will check in for Seminole State for the first time tonight. Turry, no good. Corralled by Clear. Jump shot is good by Dominic Primer, and that's what head coach Don Tolley told us before this game. Primer, really important to their team.
Very important, has to be able to bring up the ball and make sure that this team doesn't have a bunch of turnovers, but he also adds offensively.
Jenkins, no. Bird with the rebound. And this game has energy. Attacking the rim is Hobbs. A little wild with it, no good. And over the back foul.
And Hobbs has been making it a mission to go in there and penetrate, especially early in this game, but using a lot of energy to get down low and get underneath and get inside to get some easy points early. It hasn't been easy, though.
Julian Woods will check in for the first time. Sitting down is Kareem Bird for the Mountaineers.
Good ball rotation right now.
Weich, no good. Hobbs in transition, coast to coast, scooping the left-handed layup for two.
I mentioned it earlier, Hobbs really trying to get in there, get some points.
Gideon Gardner from downtown. And they cut the lead to 1, 8-7, Eastern Oklahoma. Turry can't answer. Primer thinking rack attack. And he scores!
And that's a nice, crafty floater by Primer over there. Kind of an acrobatic shot, and he's excited about it.
Clapping the hands. Trying to make a stance on defense. Seminole takes their first lead of the day, 9-8. Lennox, pull up Jay, in your face.
Hey, nice Jay over there. A nice movement. Sees the open spot on the floor, takes the shot. Just like they teach at textbook.
Lead back to Eastern. Primer says, I'll take a three, can't make a three. Offensive rebound, nicely done. Jenkins will come in, pull up from 17. He can't hit. Gardner, the offensive rebound. Back to Jenkins. Can't hit again. Almost put up by Clear. Ball goes out of bounds. Subs coming in. Chase Pratt. Devin Mosley coming in for Eastern Oklahoma. Carlos Slaughter. Nikhil Jamerson coming in for Seminole State. Or rather, Cameron Kennedy. Pull up three. Gardner rattles it home, his second three.
And that was an impressive shot because he was challenged the whole time he had the ball, created a little bit of space and just committed to the shot, and it falls.
Woods can't hit the three. Scott Edgar did not like that shot. Primer, speedy guard, floater, no, follow, underneath is good by Clear.
Nice job by the big man following the miss of his point guard.
Adams couldn't hit on the pull-up. Ball out of bounds.
You can see the coaching staff of Seminole State pleading with everybody to get back on defense. After the big shot over there by number 21, Chandler Haley, just does a nice job following the miss of the point guard, but doesn't get back on defense in time, and the coaching staff letting him know about it.
Woods can't hit. came flying in after he followed the miss. That's what you want to see, but you don't want to see the foul he just got called for.
Yeah, and I think Julian Woods was just a little too excited there, trying to, you know, make something happen. He's come into the game and take 2 3-point attempts, hasn't made any of them. Tried to follow his miss right there, but turns out to be a negative instead of a positive.
14-10, Seminole State Trojans. Offensive foul. Legal block on Adkins. Or nope, check that. On Clear. Jordan Williams checks in, subbing out Dominique Primer for the first time tonight. Williams, a freshman from Yukon, Oklahoma.
Coaching staff of this Seminole State team has really changed up the lineup here. There's none of the starting five is, none of the original starting five is in the ball game. See how the points come now that the starters are out.
Corner three, off the mark from Adams. Williams will be the primary ball handler for this group. Ball on the floor, stolen, turned over by Seminole. Turry will get to the free throw line. Blocking foul called, looked to be against DeAndre Wade, who's checked in for the first time tonight.
Some of the players trying to plead with the ref to call a traveling.
Here's Michael Turry, 6'7" sophomore from Midwest City, Oklahoma. Can't hit the free throw. Shoots it at 69%. Ball up. Gardner can't hit that three. Rims out.
He's 2 for 4 from that outside the arc tonight in this first half.
Hobbs gets called for an offensive foul. So if you're looking for a player to key in on, it's Elijah Hobbs, number 12 in blue for Eastern Oklahoma State. Turned over by Seminole State. Probably not the best decision. Chase Pratt. Coming in is Adams. Strong take, can't finish. Rebound to Gardner.
And the touch just wasn't there. He does a nice, strong move to the basket. Kind of acrobatic, leaning back, but just doesn't have the touch for it to fall through.
Slaughter gets called for a travel. Watch out, both of these teams so good at shooting. 4th in Division I, Seminole State at 54% from the field. 6th in three-pointers.
And I could hear the conversation with Hobbs and his head coach over here, letting him know that the drive is wide open. They're fouling every time. So you're going to continue to see number 12 Hobbs go to the basket until they stop fouling him. And you can look over here on the scoreboard. It says B next to the 10. That means they're in the bonus, and that's all because of Hobbs going to the hole every time he touches the ball.
Again, our score from earlier, 88-70 was the final. Unlimited data for $40 per month. See Bravado Wireless for details. As Wade hits underneath. We've got Clayton outside manning our station if you want to go talk to him about some new deals. And if you're in the building watching or listening, or if you're not, come by and see us. Play was stopped for a moment.
And I did a little quick research while we are in this timeout, and Hobbs going to the hole, creating that bonus in this period where they can go to the line every time they're fouled now. And the reason for that is number 12, Hobbs, as far as free throw percentage, 79% from the line. And he's getting there a lot, too. He's made 117 off of 148 attempts. So this is a guy who knows what he's doing. He knows where the points are going to come for. And he's taking full advantage of it.
Under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Jump fake by Hobbs, nails the jumper.
A nice move to get the defense off their feet and find a little window and take advantage of it.
Gardner, front rim a three. Oh, nice pass underneath from Williams, and finishing down low is Kennedy. Stepping back is Lennox. Back and forth we go here in the first half. 18-16, Seminole State on top. Offensive rebound, tapped up by Wade. Colton Kolowski checking in. Product from Yorkville, Illinois. Slaughter, look at the reach, count it, and a foul.
And that was an excellent move by Slaughter, going to the rack strong with the nice little finger roll.
Want to sing some more for me?
Later in the second half.
Timeout call, we'll keep it here. Coming up on Bravado Wireless, you don't want to miss any of these events. Connors State at Seminole State, January 28th. Bravado Buzz on February 1st. Murray State at Eastern, February 4th. Also the Shakota Crossroads Classic, 24th to the 26th of January. .934 to go in the first half, 22-16 lead for Seminole. Jacob Toby alongside my guy, Dion Amade. Thanks for tuning in to Bravado Wireless tonight, where we have you covered. The girls game first, 88-70 win for Seminole State. The boys game happening right now. Pratt, Lennox, traveled. Kolowski faked the three. Cutting inside is Williams. Push pass. Kennedy rims out. Offensive rebound by Slaughter. He's been doing that a couple times.
All night. You saw it right there. If you get a screenshot of that, three, count them. 1, 2, 3 Seminole State players in the lane fighting each other for the rebound instead of the Eastern Oklahoma State team.
Tevin Mosley coming back in. Will sub out his brother, Devin. Foul goes against Williams. That's his first, so to the line, Chase Pratt, the 5'10" freshman from Sperry, Oklahoma, Sperry High School. Averaging just under 10 points per game. Coming off a 16-point effort versus Northern Oklahoma Tonkawa, 4 for 9 from downtown in that game. Hits the free throw.
And here comes the press. You see that trap defense set up.
Williams couldn't get the roll. Guess who got the follow? It's Kolowski.
The difference in this game right now is offensive rebounding by Seminole State. That's why they're ahead by 9.
27-18 with 8:35 to go in the first half. A good one on hand. Here at the Raymond Harbor Fieldhouse. That three way off by Mosley. Kolowski getting pressured in the backcourt. Gives it off to Kennedy. DeAndre Wade will get to the free throw line.
As the fan base reminds number 13, Lennox, that he can't do that.
They are right, you cannot. Stephone Richardson is checked in, the freshman from Tulsa. Free throw violation, so a redo for Wade. He missed that free throw. We get to redo. Second one goes down. 11-point lead. Hobbs down low. Woods, and an offensive foul. Scott Edgar upset.
And that's the first one on number 25, Micah Teray.
Slaughter. Williams. Kolowski off on the three. Hobbs. Hobbs has taken some tough shots in this first half.
And he's taken some aggressive ones in the lane as well.
Eastern Oklahoma State wanting a carry. They probably should have got it.
Quick hands over there by number 2, who just entered the ball game, Stephon Richards.
Ball kept in play, fighting for it. Bodies on the floor. Richardson back the other way. High floater, no good. Tapped out the rebound, but it goes right to Kolowski. They'll slow it down now. Williams, shovel pass, Slaughter, up and under.
They call it on the floor. That's a good call by the refs right there. Good eye by the former Oklahoma State Cowboy.
Mr. Ken Holdeman. Foul against Mosley. So Slaughter to the line, hits the first. He shoots free throws at a 60% clip. Second one is good, 31-18. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. It's been a loud one here at the Raymond Harbor Fieldhouse.
Yeah, these fans have really been into the game. Only 6 minutes and 34 seconds left in the half. Both of these teams appear to be in the bonus.
Foul on Slaughter. Mosley hits the free throw. Both Mosleys from West Memphis High School, getting recruited by Eastern Oklahoma State. Both wanted to play with each other. Pretty cool to play with your bro. Williams thinking all the way. Passing off to Slaughter. Just missing the roll. Got the offensive rebound. Williams got fouled.
And I don't know about that one. That one might have been all ball. Be interesting to see if we could get a replay on that. It's a good job by number 15, Slaughter, though, coming in aggressively and getting that offensive rebound away from Eastern Michigan and giving this Seminole State team another shot.
Williams, 6'2", 175 pounds, misses the second free throw.
Take a look at that right there. Okay, I see what the ref saw.
You take it back?
All right, I take it back. All right. Never go against the ref.
Yeah.
He's always right.
Mosley, baseline.
Tight defense being played by Seminole State right here.
Lennox couldn't hit the tough three.
I think they're going to call that a push over there on number 23, Julian Woods.
It's his third. And we're headed back to the free throw line. DeAndre Wade from Uniondale, New York. 6'4", 194-pound freshman for the Seminole State Trojans. There he is. Only played 1 minute in yesterday's, or rather the last game versus Murray State. Mosley, another three that goes off the mark. Dixon, who just checked in, Charles Dixon, had it blocked away, stayed in bounds. Slaughter looking for someone to handle the basketball, and Williams is the man to do so. Approaching 5 minutes left to go first half. Slaughter thought about a three straight away, driving instead all the way, left-handed finish.
Man, that's a strong move to the basket. He muscled his way in there now. You got to watch out for number 15.
15's got moves. Blocked by Wade out of bounds. Michael Turry coming in for Eastern Oklahoma State, looking over at our table in awe of Slaughter's scoop layup on the left side.
You can be a player and a fan.
There's Turry, gets the ball. Got the basket to go, but an offensive foul.
A good position over there by number 1, Colton.
That's his third personal foul. And Turry just checked in. He's going to have to check back out.
And that was one of the keys of the ball game. You got to keep number 25 out of foul trouble. He tries the dribble penetration, but just a good job by number 0, Colton, holding his ground and staying place. And they had no choice but to call that. It's not football. You don't get pats on the back for running over players.
That was an interesting exchange with Don Tooley and DeAndre Wade. He was telling someone else to move up, and he said, "Not you, boy." Dixon to the rack for 2. Fast pace opportunity. Hobbs right back.
And Hobbs has gone away from that a little bit in this last 5 minutes, but you see him going straight to the hole.
That's his game. Shovel pass underneath. Wade puts it in. And Seminole State slowly turning this into a double-digit lead in the first half. It's now 19. Bird will get to the line. Wade with the foul. It's his second personal foul. Really important last 4 minutes here for the Mountaineers to try and get back in this game.
Yeah, you got to definitely chip away at this lead going into halftime to give yourself a shot at making a nice comeback.
Here's Jenkins, who we haven't seen really since the first couple minutes of the opening tip.
There's a couple players that we haven't really seen since the opening tip. And looking like head coach over here for Seminole State's comfortable with the lead and wants to give some of his starters some rest over there before the second half begins.
Yeah, the leading scorer, Dominic Primer. We have not seen him. It's been Jordan Williams at the point so far. Corner three, Kolowski in and out. Ball ripped away by Mosley. 3:48 to go, first half. Corner three, off the mark by Richardson, the lefty. James Harden, lefty. Jenkins, double teamed, and it's stolen. Lennox, fake to the right, scoop layup to the left is good, and that timeout's called.
And that was a beautiful move. A beautiful move by number 13, Lennox. That was sweet. That's one you got to show the replay of, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of it at halftime.
Look at this.
Look at that. A nice steal in transition. Knows that he has a man in front of him. Shows the little, what do we call that right there?
We just call that a simple fake to the right.
No, that's what we call a rondo fake to the right.
Yeah, that's the rondo.
That's a rondo fake to the right, and he goes up to get the easy 2 points.
Could have gave me a hint. I would have got it if he gave me a hint.
I thought a Boston kid like you would already know off the rip.
Well, that's not the classic rondo. The classic rondo is behind the back.
Behind the back, man. When he invented that move, everybody tried to,
do it, and no one really can.
Nobody really can. Not as smooth as Rondo.
No.
He's got those massive hands that really allows him to do so.
Exactly. That's why he's the greatest point guard of all time.
I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Derek Fisher's pretty good in his own right. Magic Johnson as well,
Derek Fisher? Are you kidding me?
And then you heard of a guy named Steve Nash. He's pretty good.
I could talk about point guards all day long. Hobbs, baseline foul. No shot. Charles Dixon with his first personal foul. Hobbs has definitely taken some questionable shots in this first half, but he is their leading scorer. Last year, 18 a game on 60% shooting from the field and 43 from downtown. This year, down to 58.5% from the field and 36 from downtown. So his percentages have taken a dip, but his scoring has gone up. The rebound's gone down as well. And he came off a 40-point game. Gardner rims out.
And I like the adjustment by Eastern Oklahoma State. That 2-3 deep zone defense seemed to be effective that series down the court. And they finish it off with a nice three-pointer by number 2, Stephon Richards.
Richardson puts it down.
And this is what we were talking about. They got to cut into this lead before the half so they can make a nice little comeback.
Jenkins double teamed on the baseline. And an offensive foul is going to be called. He pushed away Richardson.
And that elbow got him in trouble over there in the corner. You can't take that offense to the corner on that 3-2 defense. They want to put you there. They want to trap you and give you in a situation like that. They fed right into their hands, and because of it, it was a turnover, and we're going the other way.
2:20 to go, first half. 40-29, Seminole State. And Hobbs called for another offensive foul. Second foul on Hobbs.
Second foul, okay. I was about to say, I'd be curious to know how many that is on him because they're going to definitely need him in that second half.
Dose. Dominic Primer back in, starting point guard for the Trojans. Getting double team, breaks that. Dixon to the corner, Three-pointer no good by Gardner. Fast break opportunity for Hobbs. Sidestepping his way, he got tripped up. No call for a foul. It's out of bounds. It will still be the Mountaineers' possession.
Yeah, and I mean, if anything, I saw a foul with the trip, but I did not see any of the Seminole State players touch the ball before it went out of bounds.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Dixon all the way, and he'll get to the line. Jaquavius Lennox, his second personal foul, and that brings Charles Dixon to the line, product of Chicago, Illinois, the 6'4" sophomore, Lindbaum Math and Science Academy. He missed the first 12 games, so he's enjoying playing the last couple. 2 points in 5 minutes last time out versus Murray State.
Playing in those retro ones right there, the
and
originals.
That's the first
yeah.
mention of shoes tonight. Nothing in the girls' game.
I mean, this one just spoke to me.
41-29 your score. Closing out the first half here in Seminole, Oklahoma. Lennox can't hit. Rebound to Gardner.
And you can see they put Dominique Primer back into the game as soon as they started going with the trap defense and that 2-3 zone.
Corner three, Cameron Kennedy. He shoots it at 45% for the season. Hobbs can't answer. Pulled down by Livingston Clear. Kennedy can't make it two straight.
And that was an interesting floater over there by Primer. Still in the air, doesn't come down with the rebound, just decides to go right back up with it. Feel like if he grabs it, gathers it, goes back up, it might be a smoother shot and a better shot for him to make the basket.
Out of bounds play underneath, 43.6 seconds left. Whistle called. Got to give some space in between that stack. Dixon out. Primer looking for options, double teamed. Out to Gardner, back to Primer. 16 on the shot clock. Primer got it back, behind the back pass, baseline. Dixon. Was that Dixon or was it Clear? It was Dixon who'll get to the free throw line.
And I feel like after Dixon got that behind the back pass, he looks and says, well, with that pass, I have to do something with it. So he just goes straight up to the hole strong in a congested area, goes away with the foul. And you can see the shoes, baby. The shoes on those shoes deserve to be on the free throw line. The infamous Michael Jordan from the free throw line right there in display. Man, look at that, man. Look at that, Jacob. That's beautiful. With the Nike sign and the socks as well.
Wow, I'm so impressed.
I don't like the sarcasm in your voice, Jacob.
Slaughter back in for defensive purposes. 13.9. They get it to Lennox. Hobbs not in there right now. Travel. Mosley, too many steps. 6 seconds to go. See if Seminole State can get up the floor real quick. Primer with 4. Primer to the rack for 2 with 1 second remaining. And that's how the first half will come to a close. And Dominic Primer all the way to the rim, 48-29. Your lead going into halftime.
And that's an impressive drive to the hole right there. He looks up, crosses half court, sees time, and then decides, I can make it all the way. He has the speed to do so, goes up and finishes strong.
The first half pretty much in favor of Seminole State in this one. Take a look at some first half highlights. There's Gideon Garner from downtown. Downtown playing a big part in this game like it was in our first game. Dion.
Yeah, especially for Gardner right there. I mean, early in that half, he was shooting from 3. I think he was 2 of 4 at one point, and it was him and Primer that was doing things offensively for the Seminole State Trojans. And then on the other side for Eastern Oklahoma State, it was Hobbs who was getting to the free throw line and making things happen for them, getting them in the bonus early. And as we can see with him being a 79% free throw shooter, it did some good for the team, allowed them to cut the lead a little bit, but still a big lead over here for these Trojans.
All right, keep it locked in to Bravado Wireless. 48-29, your halftime score. The Trojans up on the Mountaineers. We'll be back in a matter of moments.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big, go bold, go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless, we believe in the power of connection. There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to Raymond Fieldhouse, everybody. Jacob Toby alongside my broadcast partner and my good buddy, Dion Amade. First half comes to a close, 48-29 in favor of Seminole State. DeAndre Wade leading Seminole State with 10 points. Elijah Hobbs, 12 points for Eastern Oklahoma State. Your first half thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of scores, a lot of good things being done. I mean, first Hobbs on Eastern Oklahoma State side doing a good job going to the hole, getting this team in foul trouble and getting them into the bonus so they can get some points on the free throw line. But the difference was the offensive rebounding for Seminole State, getting second chance shots and putting them in the hole and getting them the lead.
All right, first half over, second half just beginning. Glad you could join us here on Bravado Wireless here in Seminole, Oklahoma. Second half of action. Kolowski can't hit for three. It's Kolowski, Primer, Adkins, Kinzer, on the floor, along with Chris White, who started this game.
So the original starters back in the game. An early foul by number 21, Bird, going over the back right there. He didn't see a lot of minutes in that first half because he got in early foul trouble in the first half as well.
That's his third personal foul. Steal by Lennox, stolen right back by White. And it will be the Mountaineers' possession. Reach and foul on the baseline called against Tinzer. That's his third. Ball being fought for again. White on the floor. Fighting with Turre. Hobbs behind the back. Reach and foul.
It's like Hobbs is a magnet for fouls. Every time he touches, the ball touches his hand, a whistle goes off, and either he's going to the free throw line or he's going to the baseline to inbounds a pass.
Foul on White, his first personal foul. Turre couldn't get it to go. Bird on the follow. Both players still down there fighting with Kinzer. Hold, or rather jump ball.
And that was a good move by Turre, going off and clearing the lane for Bird to come in with the layup. He just couldn't finish.
I think Kolowski was out of bounds. Oh, no, they're going to call it travel. Lennox threw it out of bounds. Chase Pratt will check in. Adkins had an open jump shot, didn't take it, then chose to fall away. Tough shot. Richardson, pull up three on the wing, no good. And a foul down low.
And that was a good, strong move by Bird, going up and getting that offensive rebound and trying to go up and finish. Going to the free throw line because of it. Excuse me, they call it on the floor.
Foul on Atkins. third personal. It feels like the Mountaineers just need a couple buckets to go down and they can start making a run. But they just need a couple to go down, maybe a couple threes. Richardson, no.
They call out of bounds over there on Seminole State.
Ball taken away. Primer fouled in transition. Turry called for the foul. That's his fourth.
And I can't lie, that one's questionable and surprising that they let Teray stay in the game here. I'm pretty sure the next stoppage they'll try and get him out.
Travel against Clear. Here comes DeAndre Wade, who led all scorers in the first half with 10 points off the bench.
A quiet 10 at that.
Yeah, I asked you in the first half because we don't really have any stat sheets here today or any programs to look at stats. I said, who do you think's leading in the first half? He was not one of your first three guesses.
Number 30's number never crossed my mind. But those offensive rebounds, they'll get you some points.
Richardson, a wild floater. Mountaineers just not hitting shots tonight. Weich went to go down low to Wade. Weich tips it back in. Hobbs quick to the baseline. It spins out, but to the free throw line he'll go.
And it's surprising that the coaching staff isn't communicating to the players right now that Teray is in the game with 4 fouls.
To say to go at him?
Yeah, I would anticipate this Seminole State team going to the hole a lot more. I mean, Teray's camped out down there. I'd be taking the ball to him because he's going to be playing a little more hesitant. And the fact that you can also try and get him to pick up a foul be an added benefit to your team to get one of their starters out.
Kulowski over to Weich. Inside, Slaughter. Primer, corner three is good. He holds up the tray sign. Quick fire on the other end from Pratt is no good. Saved and thrown off of Kulowski.
That was I don't know, I was more impressed by the shot attempt or the out-of-bounds saved off the other opponent.
Mountaineers really need some offense going. Hobbs down low.
And that's a great feed by Teray right there. A great creative feed. It just can't finish by Bird. And look at this replay of the three by Primer as he holds up the three going down the court. Haven't really seen much threes tonight other than Gardner, number 32 for the Seminole State Trojans. It's been an old-fashioned style kind of basketball. Everybody going to the hole and taking charges and getting fouled and going to the free throw line.
And if you were a viewer in our first game, you saw Seminole State, the Lady Bells play, but it's the Trojans for the men team. And there is a reason behind that. Can I tell a quick story?
Go ahead, man, I'm all ears.
Well, in 1971, a local sewing plant donated $10,000 to Seminole State. They were called the Bluebells. The team was then named after that, so they were called the Bluebells. Then the team wanted to be called something different, so they decided on just Bells in 1972. And the alumni won't let that name change in today. And then they're the first junior college to offer women's scholarships in Oklahoma.
That's pretty impressive, and that's one great story, and I'm glad that you got it, because I'm pretty sure, like a lot of listeners and a lot of viewers, I was curious about why the name was so different from the men's and the boys in the school in general. I mean, that's the first time I've ever heard that being a thing.
And then in 1976, they won their first national championship, and then were runners-up in 1977. Call me Adam Schefter. I just get information
that would
thrown
be
at me.
The ladies team who won the national championship?
Yes.
Okay.
Breaking news over here. Turre underneath couldn't get it to go. Still in the game with 4 fouls. You kind of wait for the Mountaineers to start making a quiet comeback, but it's just not happening right now. Hobbs has struggled from the field.
Yeah, and the scoring is at a little bit of a standstill.
Slaughter gets called for a foul. He rolls his eyes. He thought he got all ball.
And that was not all ball. He got a little bit of a...
I didn't say it was. I was saying that he thought it was.
And I'm disagreeing with his facial expression that was not all ball.
Hobbs at the free throw line, if you missed it in the first half, coming off a 40-point performance versus Northern Oklahoma on the first, or rather the 14th. 13 for 21 from the field, 11 for 12 from the free throw line. I don't think you ever scored 40 in your basketball career there, Bud, did you?
Nah, not 40. Got a 20-piece, though. Nice
Wade
touch pass.
Underneath for the stuff. 55-34, the lead keeps growing for Seminole State.
Just a great, excellent court vision by Jordan Williams and an excellent touch pass as well.
Shot clock violation, where the clock goes off by accident, I should say. 18 seconds being put back on the clock. Here's the opportunity down low. Nice pass from Williams.
Touch pass.
Down low. Bird passing it back out. Hobbs pulling up. And a travel. He has not had a good day.
Yeah, not from outside as well as far as shooting goes, but taking the ball to the hole and creating some kind of offense has been his night, but shooting hasn't really fallen for Hobbs.
Under 14 minutes to go in the second half. Underneath to Wade again. The game's leading scorer. 57-34. We were talking off air before this game saying this is going to be one of the closer ones we've broadcasted together. And it's just not turned out that way. Wade got it taken that time underneath. He was going up for the slam.
He really was. Good hands.
Bird lost it out of bounds, slaps the wall with 2 hands. Upset at himself for not reeling it in. 57-36.
And here comes the press.
Oh, Wade was wide open underneath, but a turnover ensues. Lennox out. Pratt to the corner. Lennox can't hit the 3. Nothing falling for Eastern Oklahoma State.
Yeah, just nothing falling their way as far as shots or the way this game is going.
Wade gathers it on the baseline, had to sling it back out. Slaughter fakes the 3. Corner. And Garner got fouled. So 3 free throws coming up.
What's the cardinal rule?
Don't foul a 3-point shooter.
All right, we sing it and we sing it. And continue to do it.
Gideon Garner, 6'1", sophomore from Pawnee, Oklahoma. Coming into this game averaging 9.9 points per game. Coming off a 21-point performance, a season high at Murray State, 4 for 8 from downtown. So he's carried on his 3-point performance from last game into this game. Hobbs, Pratt, and Bird sit. Woods coming in along with Mosley. Lennox. Lennox really needed that 3 to go down.
Finally, a shot falls for this Eastern Oklahoma State Mountaineers.
Kennedy can't answer. So basket by Lennox. Richardson back the other way. Still plenty of time for Eastern Oklahoma to make a comeback in this one. Long three-pointer is good. It's Stefan Richardson, the Tulsa product from downtown.
And a quick timeout.
Call, yeah. Good timeout.
Yeah, I would anticipate. I mean, 3 threes made in a row, kind of momentum. Before momentum can really shift over there, he calls a quick timeout.
Full timeout. We'll run a couple highlights. There's that 3 right there by Richardson, and we'll take a break. Be right back.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big, go bold, go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless, we believe in the power of connection.
Jacob Toby alongside my guy, Dion Amade. 60-42, the lead for Seminole State. Eastern Oklahoma State slowly trying to make a comeback as it's 60-42. Our graphic not up to date right now. 62-42.
And there goes DeAndre Wade again, putting more points on the board.
Wade, the leading scorer in this game. Charles Dixon will check in, subbing out Cameron Kennedy. This Seminole State team goes deep as well. They have played every single person on the roster tonight except for Jamerson. Richardson can't spin it home, but an offensive rebound nicely put up by Mosley. Gardner inside, taken away. Mosley hands it off to Lennox. And notice that the comeback by the Mountaineers is without Hobbs on the floor.
Yes, it truly is. I mean, he's taking a little breather over there, and those 3 balls really starting to fall.
Wade to Williams, down low to Slaughter. Got the ball tapped away. Charles Dixon, baseline. He'll get to the free throw line. He's repping the short shorts, kind of like the Jaylen Brown style. You know, Jaylen Brown's trying to bring that back to the NBA.
Yeah, he needs to stop.
I didn't say he should keep doing it. I'm just saying. You don't have to be mean about it just because he's a Boston guy.
Just saying.
Dixon from Chicago. Here comes Elisha Hobbs. So their main scorer, 22 a game, has struggled all night long. Coming out is Julian Woods. They need him with 10 minutes left to go in the second half. But it's been Richardson and Lennox bringing them back. So far, Richardson travels.
And we've seen a couple of those called tonight.
Yep. Primer back in the ball game as well. Coming in for the ball at the free throw line. Looking for options. Finds Gardner, yes.
And that's a good looking option right there.
So Gardner has shown up tonight. 48% three-point shooting on the season. He gets the rebound right there as well. He has played superb basketball tonight. Kinzer, no good.
He hesitated. He hesitated, Jacob, and that's what caught him off guard and gave the defense a chance to react and go.
Lennox for three. 9 minutes to go. Eastern Oklahoma State needs a couple stops.
And it looks like they're switching into that 2-3 defense, that zone defense that was successful late in the first half, excuse me.
Trapping on the edges. To the corner. Dixon for three. Rebound ripped down by Hobbs. Back the other way, crossing over. Deep three, Richardson. Offensive rebound by Turry for two.
And didn't even notice Turray is back in the ball game with 4 fouls.
A timeout called on the floor. 66-49. Chase Pratt will come in after the whistle. It's going to turn into a full timeout. We'll take it to 8:22 to go. 66-49. Mountaineers trying to make a comeback.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit BravadoWireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Eastern Oklahoma State trying to get back in this game. Pass almost comes right to me, but it's stolen in transition by Bird. Lennox back the other way. 66-49. Jacob Toby alongside Dion Amade. You're watching Bravado Wireless TV. Lennox down low, inside for Bird.
And that's a beautiful pass right there by Lennox to come to the middle of the floor finish, dish, and get the easy layup to number 21, Bird.
Gardner missed a wide open three. They will bring in D'Angelo Adkins, sit down Carlos Slaughter. Adkins, the 6'6" freshman from Edmond.
Yeah, Adkins, although a starter, not many minutes in this ball game, picked up 2 quick fouls and hasn't really got in the rhythm.
Wade missing down low. Can cut the lead to 12 with a 3, and they do!
And that's a heat check right there for Lennox. That's a heat check, and he nails the 3.
Primer, speedy back the other way, underneath, sent away by Bird, but a foul's called. But it is just a 12-point game.
And that's a good job by Lennox, you know, stepping up and rising when the moment calls and making that 3.
Take a look at the 3-point opportunity.
Just in the corner, smooth stroke, and nails it.
Wade at the line, big free throws. A run by Eastern Oklahoma State. You knew they had the potential. The 3-point shooting was there. The scorers were there. They just weren't hitting shots for the first 3/4 of the ball game.
Yeah, and I made the note even right here, just shots not falling for Eastern Oklahoma State. But it seems like they've uncapped the lid off the basket, and some things are falling in now.
Lennox, he's the hot hand. Hand off to Pratt. Start the offense from the right wing. Oh. Pratt flinging the 3 in the corner, no good. It'll be Seminole State basketball. The Trojans up by 14 under 7 minutes to go. Primer looked like he carried, lost the ball. Lennox back the other way. Hobbs for 2.
And a nice reverse. Hobbs going straight to the basket. It doesn't matter if there's 2, 3 defenders there. He's going to finish.
And it's been this press that's really worked right now for Eastern Oklahoma State. Primer trying